Good evening and welcome to Poland Daily. I'm Nicholas Richardson and this is the news. The District Court in Warsaw ruled today that Civic Platform Party presidential candidate Rafał Trzaskowski does not have to correct his words claiming that the number of unemployed had reached 1 million. Following the court's verdict, the incumbent president's campaign staff, who filed a lawsuit in this case, announced that they would appeal. Today, Andrzej Duda, who is seeking re-election, met Polish farmers. Today, an election hearing of the staff of the incumbent president against Rafał Trzaskowski took place at the District Court in Warsaw. President Duda's staff accused the Civic Coalition presidential candidate of telling lies regarding 1 million unemployed in Poland. According to the staff of the incumbent president, Trzaskowski suggested that many people had lost their jobs in recent months. Today, the District Court decided that Trzaskowski does not have to correct his words. Andrzej Duda's staff announced an appeal against the verdict. Earlier, during a meeting with the representatives of the trade unions, Civic Coalition presidential candidate Rafał Trzaskowski said that as the president, he will do everything he can to save jobs in Poland. He also announced that he is going to appoint a special damage committee, which would help people who lost their jobs during the Law and Justice term of office. President Andrzej Duda promised many things, including a helping hand to people who have mortgages denominated in Swiss francs and the tax-free allowance. He did not fulfill promises. Meanwhile, Andrzej Duda reminded everyone that Trzaskowski's party raised the retirement age during its term of office. Trzaskowski said that raising the retirement age and modernisation of Poland are the same things. In response, in the electoral campaign spot, Trzaskowski's staff listed every single unfulfilled promise of Andrzej Duda. President Andrzej Duda referred to these words yesterday during a campaign rally held in Krakow. He announced, among others, submitting a draft bill on the medical fund in the coming days. Duda also criticised the term of office of the Civic Platform Party and the Polish People's Party once again. The term of office of the Civic Platform, Polish People's Parties were much worse for Poland than the coronavirus and unemployment. Other opposition presidential candidates criticised Andrzej Duda as well. The president is panicking. These words show that he never was the president of all Poles. He divided people during the last 5 years. His presidential campaign makes this division even worse. According to the latest opinion poll made by United Survey for RMF FM Radio and the Dziennik Gazeta Prawna Daily, if the Polish presidential elections were held today, Andrzej Duda would definitely win. However, in the second round, Rafał Trzaskowski would win against the incumbent president. Polish presidential elections take place in 6 days. 5 million jobs in Polish companies have been saved thanks to the government's implementation of the Anti-Crisis Shield and the Financial Shield implemented in response to the coronavirus epidemic, Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki announced today. Today, I can finally say that after 100 days since the outbreak of the pandemic, we have used 100 billion zloty to save over 5 million jobs. Today, we are approaching pole position, the best starting position to put behind us as quickly as possible the crisis caused by the coronavirus. I can proudly say that, despite the market consensus and the initial grim predictions, looking at today's data, we had much better retail sales in May than anyone would have guessed. We now have a chance to leave this crisis in the shape of the letter V, so with a quick bounce back of the economy.
V-kształtne na wyjście z kryzysu w kształcie litery V, czyli szybkie odbicie gospodarki.
Firefighters all across Poland were very busy over the weekend. They intervened thousands of times in response to the violent storms and downpours that covered the entire country. The most difficult situation was in the mountains of Małopolska, or Lesser Poland. The south of the country was the most badly affected area. Heavy rainfall has led to local flooding throughout the country. During the night from Saturday to Sunday, a violent storm passed over Lesser Poland, causing damage and flooding. In this area, firefighters intervened over 700 times. According to estimates, almost 40 buildings were flooded. In the Limanowski and Myślenicki powiats, 150 millimetres of rain per square metre fell during the night. Precipitation has flooded several dozen roads. Some of them remain impassable. In Łapanów, rainfall caused great damage. A swollen wave broke the embankments of the Stradomka River. Water damaged a nursery and 2 churches. Losses were also recorded in the communes of Racławice and Iwanowice, where several dozen buildings were flooded. According to meteorologists, the next night will bring even more rainfall, both in Lesser Poland Voivodeship and Kujawsko-Pomorskie Voivodeship. The Government Security Centre warns of heavy rain, thunderstorms and even hail. Storms may be milder in the Łódź and Greater Poland provinces. According to the latest data from the Polish Ministry of Health, there are 296 new coronavirus infections and 3 new deaths in the country. Today, the Ministry of Health announced that some 400 people have recently recovered from the infection. The total number of those cured over the weekend reached 1,400. The situation in the Silesian Voivodeship has been brought under control. The decreasing number of confirmed cases of coronavirus infection in this region is proof. There are less than 300 new coronavirus infections today. A small outbreak of the virus has occurred in the Łódź Voivodeship, but as we all see, the outbreaks in both the Mazovian and Łódź Voivodeships are slowly disappearing. I would like to bring to your attention the number of those who have recovered from the infection. There are nearly 1,400 people who have been cured over the weekend, compared to 920 people who became infected. 400 people have recovered today, and over 900 people have recently been infected. There were no such numbers of those who have recovered since the beginning of the epidemic. The number of those who recovered was usually much smaller than the number of confirmed cases of coronavirus infection. That's the news. Thank you for watching. Stay with us for the weather, join me on Poland Daily Business, and watch our other programmes. But from the news, it's have a good night and a better tomorrow.